President comment on Congressman Jamaal Bowman that pulled the fire alarm in the Cannon building and disrupt the
So I think Bowman, I don't know Bowman at all, but Jamaal Bowman, a congressman from New York, did something that was as bad or worse. You look at what's happening to the J6ers, and they're putting them in jail for years and years, and this guy pulled an alarm system, and to show you how corrupt they are, he then said when he got caught, he didn't know he was on tape. I mean, I don't know how you can be in the Capitol and not know it, especially after what happened. And he said, oh, he was trying to get into a door. He thought he was opening a door. It was a door 2 feet away. He thought he was opening a door. It's a red box that says fire alarm on it. He thought he was opening it. This is the crap. And then they let him out because he's a Democrat, radical left lunatic. And he should be prosecuted the same exact way as the J6 people were prosecuted. And they've been treated, many of them have been treated more unfairly than anybody in the history of our country. And I don't know if I should be saying that because I don't know what these people behind me say, but I'll bet they agree with me. There's never been anybody treated so unfairly. Just about what they've done to the J6ers is terrible. And Bowman went and he pulled an alarm, and you could have had riots, you could have had everything else, and he did it during a vote. And he should be treated the same exact way. And we'll see what happens, because a lot of people are saying, what are you going to do about J6? I don't think they're going to be disappointed, I can tell you that.
What happened?
Whoa, hey there, pal. You just pulled the fire alarm.
Then which handle is for the door?
So New York Congressman Jamaal Bowman, race hustler Jamaal Bowman, Jamaal Fire Alarm Bowman, is finally being ousted from Congress. So this race hustler was defeated with his own tactics. So he won back in 2020 by pushing race. That's why I call him a race hustler. So he said that the incumbent, the old white man who was in that seat back in 2020, who was in that seat for the longest, Jamaal Bowman came in and said, well, you too white. You don't know New York. You don't know this district. We're Latino, we're black, we're POCs, we're people of color. So you old white man need to go. You don't know anything about black people. You don't know anything about Latinos. He told the old white man, you're out of touch. You don't understand us. So I guess his version of being in touch, I guess what he believes that the people of color in the New York area want is a foul mouth rapper as their congressman.
This is the birthplace of hip hop. I am the hip hop congressman. I want to hear South Bronx chant right now. South Bronx, 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 South Bronx. We are gonna show fucking AIPAC the power of the motherfucking South Bronx.
So the Israel lobby, AIPAC, and the Democrat establishment used his own tactics against him. They came in and said, you're an anti-Semite. We don't want you here because you hate Jewish people. And his district does have a lot of Jewish people. So that was a very effective tactic. In fact, AIPAC, the Israel lobby, they spent millions of dollars. They broke the record, the most spent in a congressional battle like this, because Israel said, we got to get this fool out of here. Yeah, we have a foreign entity interfering in our elections, but I get to that in a second. Jamaal Bowman was a useful idiot. He was a useful tool for the Democrat Party until he was no longer useful. So they used him as a face for diversity because he's black, and they used him to push for left-wing aggressive policies. He was a simp for the squad. He wanted to be in the squad with AOC and them other radicals, Rashida to lead them. So he was carrying water, trying to ride the coattails of AOC, follow her around like a sniveling dog or something, pushing policies like anti-guns, even though his security staff, they got guns. The people in the buildings around him, everywhere he is, everybody got guns, but he just doesn't want you to have a gun. So he's pushing policies like that. And they used him to be a loudmouth fool, just constantly making public spectacles, screaming at his colleagues. Let's take a look.
They're freaking cowards. They're gutless. They're not here. I'm talking about gun violence.
You know, there's never been
I'm talking about gun violence.
a school that allows teachers to carry.
Oh
Carry guns? You think more guns lead to more death? More guns lead to more death. Look at the data. You're not looking at any data. You're carrying the water for the gun lobby. Look at the data. More guns lead to more death.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Now let's talk about the truth. Get her out of here.
Congressman, what inspired that today?
Jamaal Bowman.
What inspired that today,
I was
Congressman?
born and raised in New York City. New York City stood up to Marjorie Taylor Greene to let her know, get the hell out of here. Don't open one word in our freaking city.
And like I was saying, he constantly talked crap about Israel, the whole Israel-Gaza situation. Oh, you're committing genocide. Oh, you're terrible people. You're evil. This is an apartheid situation. Now, my opinions on that's a different video. But Israel, through its foreign lobby, because Israel has completely bought Congress, and Israel has an extremely powerful lobby that has the power to fund super PACs, fund elections, stuff like that. So they said, we're going to get rid of this fool. So they endorsed an old white man in New York, one of these old white men who are out of touch. They endorsed him, gave him all types of money, spent money on him. Clinton endorsed him. A lot of other people in the establishment endorsed him because Israel said so. And they crushed this man, completely crushed him in his Democrat primary election. So he's going to be replaced by another left-wing Democrat, another progressive, but the difference is this one is bought by Israel. This one is in line with the Israelis, kowtow to the Israelis because they really helped him out in this. In fact, let's look at some of the stuff that Jamaal Bowman said about Israel, and let's look at a news clip about this election last night.
AIPAC is scared to death. That is why they are spending record amounts of money in this race. Because they are afraid they have already lost. Because the district, the American people, and the world are with us. They are in this race because we call for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. And we're going to keep calling for a permanent ceasefire. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire! We are not going to stand silent while U.S. tax dollars kills babies and women and children. My opponent supports genocide.
You know, I think there was a little surprise even here among this group about how fast that race was called. George Latimer taking the stage about 45 minutes after polls closed. Now, like you guys mentioned, this race has garnered national attention and a lot of local support here. A lot of unions. Former Governor David Patterson is here. But this race was the most expensive House race in U.S. history. Just one of the reasons being a moderate from the suburbs challenged one of the most liberal members of Congress, giving the Democratic Party a sense on where voters stand this election cycle on more progressive policies and also the Israel-Hamas war. Now, Latimer has represented this area for the past 30 years. He has...
So Jamaal Bowman, fire alarm Bowman, was thrown out like garbage. Like I said, the Democrats had no more use for him. He was too much of a liability, talking too much crap about Israel, and he embarrassed them, exposed their hypocrisy with the fire alarm situation because they talk all this crap about decorum. They're quickly trying to oust people, the J6 people, they want to put them in jail. George Santos from New York also, who lied on his application, lied to the voters about his resume or whatever. Even though he wasn't convicted, even though there was no trial or anything like that, they ousted this man anyway, but they were forced to expose their hypocrisy when Bowman pulled their fire alarm because they didn't oust him because they have to protect their own. But they were ousting Republicans and trying to jail the J6s. So they said, Jamaal Bowman, you're too much of a liability. You put us in this bad situation and you're constantly running your mouth about Israel. We don't like that. So even though you're black, even though you're a loud mouth, and even though you cuss out Republicans and stuff like that, We can't use you anymore. We're going to go replace you with an old white man. And now this fool, Bowman, hasn't learned anything. He's blaming Republicans.
When, unfortunately, some so-called Democrats are aligning themselves with radical, racist, right-wing Republicans. We should be outraged about that. And that is why we have so much work still to do.
Racism? Wasn't it the people in your own district who got you out there? So you saying these black people, these Latinos in your district, they're racist? So this man is still carrying water for the Democrat Party. The Democrat establishment, who just got rid of him, along with AIPAC, along with Israel, he's not calling them out. He's not saying what the Democrats did to him. He's trying to blame Trump and the Republicans when the Democrats are also bought and sold by Israel. So they have no use for you. We're probably not going to hear from you again. Nobody likes you. You're not even going to get a job in CNN, The View, or somewhere like that because you've made enemies with the wrong people. But instead of calling out the Democrats who just got rid of you, you're going to blame Trump and the Republicans? Wow. I don't know why you're still trying to kiss these people ass because they don't care about you. But whatever. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. And also, some more news. AOC, she was reelected. She won her primary, and she's going to go on in November to win the district. She's going to defeat the Republican in the district. So she's still in there. Her simp, loudmouth, foulmouth, Bowman, he's gone. But AOC and some other squad members, like racist ass, what the hell is that lady name from Minnesota? I can't even think of it. She's so irrelevant. But she's still in there. So let me know what you guys think about this situation with Bowman, race hustler Bowman, fire alarm Bowman being ousted by the Democrats and being replaced by an old white man. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks so much.